Hi, I'm Ruth Wilkinson,
And I'm John Wilkinson.
and we're here to answer some questions. Popular sports when I was a kid and John was a kid, same as pretty much they are today: baseball, basketball, soccer. I liked playing basketball and volleyball in school. Um, how many did kids party back then? Oh yeah, kids are kids. They all partied. We did. I don't think we have the kind of parties you have nowadays, but uh, in high school we had Coke parties, which the drinking Coke, not the other. They were just sort of the kids got together on a Friday night at school in the gym, and we danced to our music, and we uh, we used to like to get together too, but it was pretty innocent type of partying. When we got older, we could go downtown, and we lived in London, and we could go downtown, and they had places downtown that we could go to and have a drink, a cold drink, or like a soft drink, and we had live bands. So yeah, we like to party. Um, did most kids drink and smoke at parties on a regular basis? They tried to. They would. It wasn't, as I say, it wasn't as prevalent as it is today, and we couldn't legally get liquor until we were 21 back then. So unless you could steal it from your parents, or you knew someone that was 21 that could actually get it, then they would bring it to a party and put it in the punch. But I wouldn't say it was on a regular basis. And smoking, well, yeah, they smoked cigarettes. I didn't. You did, right? You were smoking back then. Yeah. And you would try and get beer if you could, to find someone to get the beer for you.
It wasn't hard.
No, it wasn't too hard. Did most kids stay at school for
In
lunch?
fact, some of the teachers helped.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I know.
I could name names, but
Get you in trouble. Most kids stayed for lunch simply because we lived farther away. John and I both lived like a mile away from school, so we had a long walk. So yeah, we all pretty much all stayed for lunch.
they gave me some things.
Well, but for the first few years we didn't have a bus service. I mean, that didn't come in until we were almost through public school.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't. You lived on
What
the
was
other
the
side
first
though.
year?
Yeah, but you didn't go to where I did until the last 2 years though. Then they had bus service, but we had to walk for most of those years. What kind of food was served in the cafeteria? In high school, French fries. They did have a hot meal. Most kids had French fries and gravy. That was pretty much the standard. Um, it was We paid 25 cents for a great big huge platter, and all of us gained about 20 pounds while we were in high school. But yeah, they did offer a hot meal, macaroni and cheese, that type of thing. But nowadays they have more nutritional meals. You could get salads, and we didn't have that type of thing. You had candy bars and chips, you know. Who are the most popular kids? Example: country kids, town kids, or athletic kids. Well, as I say, we lived in London, and so there weren't a whole lot of country kids. Just basically the city kids, and yes, you had your jocks, your athletic guys. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Did did many kids skip classes? Yeah, a lot of them tried. It wasn't something I did a lot of. John, I imagine you did. You probably missed a lot of classes if you could. You weren't exactly the epitome of a good student. No. Were there many field trips? Field trips for us were local events. Um, Field trip would be to go uptown and go through, say, Kellogg's or McCormick's, Kellogg's, some sort of a business, some sort of factory to see how it works. those are the type of school classes, the field trips that we used to take. Our graduation class was to see Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is just near Chatham, I believe. So, as I say, there were no trips to Italy or France or anything like that. What were some strict rules that would get you in trouble? Smoking on the public, on the school property, drinking, of course, fighting. Fighting was a serious one. Not wearing proper clothes, the clothes that they wanted you to wear. Were there, what was that?
Spares.
Spares. Yeah, I couldn't remember what you said. Were there spares? Yeah, but not like there is nowadays. For like, I know you can have 2 or 3 spares in a day, and you're only doing maybe 1 or 2 classes or something. Well, they didn't have that type of thing. You had 8 classes in a day, and you might need the odd spare, like a library class or something like that. It was,
Yeah.
It wasn't like it is nowadays for that. What happened if you got into trouble? Example, well, when we got in trouble, they called our parents, or they'd send a note home to our parents. And you could get suspended from school if it was really serious. They would send you home, and
You know, it's like a thing.
well,
Well,
I didn't have a lot of spanking. They were
no,
pretty.
because of the strap on your hand.
You got strapped on your
Oh,
hands?
yeah.
Really? I told you he was a bad boy.
From your
No.
parents or from the teachers?
Oh, teachers.
Oh, his mother would never. Are you kidding? His mother would attack the teacher. No, well, obviously he got strapped. I never did.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a common occurrence.
Well,
It's too goody-goody.
not too goody goody. No, I just. What can I say? What would your parents do if they knew you got in trouble? Oh, they'd probably just yell at us. Tell us to smarten up. What technology did you have to get to working? We just used our mind. If we had one, we would simple. We didn't have electronic things. We didn't have other than a typewriter or something like that in school. We didn't have typewriters in home. We certainly didn't have computers or iPods or. Well, we probably the most thing we probably would have had maybe in high school would have been maybe a calculator, but even then it wasn't really something. We just had our books and our rulers and dictionaries and that type of thing. We just didn't have the electronic stuff. Were there many fights, and what would happen if students got in a fight? Yeah, they had fights just like they do nowadays. There was no knife fights, or nobody took knives or guns to school. But sure, fisticuffs. Yeah, you got into probably a few fights at school too, I would imagine. So yeah, definitely they had fights. Were there drills to prepare students? Yeah, we used to have fire drills. Once or twice a year, they'd trek us all outside, and we'd have to stand there for a few minutes and then trek us all back in. And and during the Cuban crisis in the '60s, you had to, in case they were going to get bombed or something, you would try to tell you what to do, get under the desk or whatever. And yeah, we had certainly had those drills. Were there honor rolls, athletic awards? If so, what would they get for winning? They had the honor rolls, definitely. I was never on them, and I know you were never on them. No. And, but we managed to get through, but they definitely had your athletic awards. They had, at the end of the year, just like they do nowadays, they have their graduations, and they give all their awards away. I don't know, I never got any, so I don't know exactly what they got, but I would assume it was probably either just a diploma or maybe a small monetary award, maybe $5 or $10. Nothing a whole lot, but back then $5 or $10 was quite a lot. And they probably had bursaries too, that in high school and that. But Yeah, same things, just not maybe as much as they
Yeah.
do nowadays.
Okay, thank you.